Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Miami Hurricanes taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Canes will get us started with the opening kickoff. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Miami... Get the first crack at it here. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. After that last completion, it's second down. Hands it off. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back, cat-like quickness?
They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. All things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll run it from the gun. Hard running there. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. From the 22 on first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep ball.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too. Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They were able to get a field goal on board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Duke's offense will go to work for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys of the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. On the run, it's Collins. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw, and he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
The play action fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. He wants to throw. Going deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. So now on comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. What a disappointment. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. That last completion has him set up, second and short. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
Number 41 on to kick it away.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Miami, 3-2-0.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab at the 10. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Takes the easy completion. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And they can't make the connection on third down. And the Hurricanes will punt it away on fourth down. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. And the returner is stopped. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
I will coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Looking to pass on second down. Beats a connection. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Blue Devils in the hurry up. The short hands, it's Tyler. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Trying to get to him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Charlotte took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to the Queen City. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact the team's trajectory. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Right? The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt...
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
And the Blue Devils will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
He's looking for a man on second down. Fires on the move. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Third and short now from their own 48. Direct snap. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On second down, looking to throw. Got his man on the outside. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. The completion short of the sticks. It's second down. He's looking to throw. And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
On second down, just keeps firing. Looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Third down play from the gun. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
On third down, he drops to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Complete out of the backfield. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. for the third time today. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The DBs will back off a bit. Lofts one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day.
The Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, there we go. You finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. You got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking to throw it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. The give. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're getting this guy lathered up.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Holds and fires complete to the right. Tackled, but he has a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jones. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Caught on the outside, it's Collins. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Out of the gun, the inside give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Cincinnati is down, but not out of it. Not in Nippert Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 13 to Houston. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Trying the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Coming after it. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pulls it in. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Canes are rolling down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Takes the easy one to the back.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went.
Touchdown, Canes! And that one will give him the lead.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead.
That makes the score to Miami 10-6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He'll pull it on the read. Plows through the defense. Russell to the ground after picking up the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Going to the running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
Really nice time. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ball game? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
We've seen throughout this drive success for the offense when they've been running the quarterback. Finally, though, the defense got it right. Everybody played their assignment. They honed in on them, and they got a big stop.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They're trying to get to it. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll run the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Looks as if he's going to run it. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Couldn't hang on to that when this defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Using the quick game. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Miami! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
The best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He's back to throw on second down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Snags it over the middle. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On second down, wants to throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Feeling some heat. And they can't make the play on third down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting the foot.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kick? A good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Man, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys fit.
Time to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, the offense is sending a very clear message. They didn't hit that play, but they've shown they've got the quarterback with the arm talent, and they've got the wide receivers with the speed. They are going to try and take shots and take the top off this defense. So if you're the secondary on defense, you know right now you're going to be in your back pedal. You're going to be turning and running a lot throughout the course of this game.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Scrambling away. Got out of trouble and throws. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. And the Canes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, obviously here in the fourth quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. You're expecting them to throw it here on third.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On second down, he'll let it fly. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got his man.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on 4th down. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Snap it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Toss to the outside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Pressure coming. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. 1st down for this offense. He wants to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the final drive of the game comes up empty. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.